In any case, chat, oh my god, I really cannot wait. But I kind of want to just give y'all this quick little update. We can take this for the clip channel, right? This is perhaps one of the busiest early access days that I would have experienced. And the last time, wait, hold up, my alarm just woke up. Well, my alarm just rang because I took a half an hour nap, but I was actually a little bit early. Hold up. Let me bring this MACD a little bit. There we go. Ding ding ding. Wait, hold up. Yo, Chowayo, thank you for the Chowayo. Thank you for the Chowayo. Okay, wait, chat. So here's the situation, right? This is perhaps probably one of the busiest early access versions I've ever seen in my entire life. The only time that I was like this busy, there was this patch. I'm not sure if you guys remember. It was the patch with the Silver Wolf Kafka Blade Jingliu rework. And then they introduced that patch with the new units. So it was like 5 different units. Is it 3.4? Oh, it's 3.4? Okay, that is probably finals patch. Yeah. So like it was like 5 units at the same time. I'm not sure if that was also the same patch that they introduced anomaly arbitration. Might be a little bit, I think around there. In any case, it's like, okay, that was like the busiest. It's like, oh my god, bro. I was legit on like no sleep for like super long to crank out everything, right? Bro, this patch, I think it's even more than that. So here's exactly the schedule that I have for myself as well as I've mentally prepared Mr. Iru and even it as well, right? I've mentally prepared both of them for what's to come. So essentially, the thing with this early access server is because the patch actually still drops at the same time, right? The patch is dropping on the 11th of Feb, which is next Wednesday. And usually is like you will get the live stream 2 weeks in advance, right? So it's usually like a live stream and then 1 week buffer, which is where the early access for the unit will come out. And then the week after is going to be the actual patch itself, right? So this time they didn't do it. It is like legit next Wednesday. Here we go. We're going in. So there's a no stalling, right? So between this Friday to next Wednesday, the timeline for the early access, right, is 48 hours. Yep. Yao Guang's early access will come out on Sunday. So I have already been like working on Yao Guang's early access. So I have less than 48 hours to crank out not just Yao Guang's early access, but for some reason, right? They combine it with Sparksy. So the timing for both Yao Guang and Sparksy is the same day. And I have no idea why they chose to do that. So usually it's like, one patch has 2 units. So 3 weeks, 1 unit, 3 weeks, 1 unit. They just said, nah, fuck that shit. Everything goes. So we are going to be having both Yao Guang as well as Sparksy's early access in 48 hours, which is the same day. Now, that might sound a little bit crazy, right? That's basically 2 units entirely in the price of one. It's like buy one, get one free, right? It's like Sparksy will just be given for free $3.99. So both Yao Guang and Sparksy is going to come out in less than 40 hours. And then on top of that, they buffed Black Swan and Sparkle. So we have 2 units for the early access. We have 2 units that received the buffs, which is gonna be their rework. And then on top of that, there's a brand new Memory of Chaos boss, which also happens to be the brand new Anomaly Arbitration. Alright, so that is already 6 different contents back to back. And I haven't even talked about it because usually when I do early access, I like to try the 0 cycles. Right? I like to try like their Quadra, Panda, Hexa 0 cycle to tell the team comps. And then on top of that, there's gonna be new relics. Okay, to be fair, the relics part is a little bit straightforward because it's just like brand new 4-piece, so it's fine. And then on top of that, there is the entire new elation mechanic, the aha mechanic, which by itself needs a whole ass video because it is a brand new thing that players probably will be a little bit confused about. In the live stream, they will show it. They will show us up. So I will just be breaking down like a summary of how elation works. So that's another thing, right? How exactly does elation work? And then on top of all that, there's a currency war update. And it's like not even a small, bro, it's a massive currency war update because they are adding like all the new shit. They are making the changes, they're making the all that. So currency war is also getting an update. And then on top of all that, right? Wait, is that actually all that? Because I actually have okay, according to my list, I have like 11 different early access videos that I'm scheduling. Yao Gong, Sparksy, Elation, Sparksy, Brent, new MOC boss, new anomaly arbitration, Sparksy buff, Black Swan buff, Yao Guang 0 cycle, Sparksy 0 cycle. Okay, yeah, 11, right? So that's 11. Yao Guang guide, Sparksy guide, Elation guide, new MOC boss guide, new anomaly arbitration boss guide, Sparkle buff guide, Black Swan buff guide, Yao Guang 0 cycle, Sparksy 0 cycle, new relics, currency war. So that's 11 videos. And okay, to be fair, like I only do this upon myself because I am the greatest HSR creator that's ever lived. So I'm only doing this because I want to do this, right? Dowry didn't point a gun to my head. Like, you have to make 11 videos. No, I want to do this for myself, right? So the thing is, I need to finish all these things before the 11th. So all those videos, right? All those videos is gonna be taking place. Obviously off stream because it's gonna be on the server. But my point is basically, it is gonna be a very, 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 very busy next couple of days. With the most urgent being both of the Yao Guang as well as Sparksy guys, which are gonna be coming on the 8th. So that's less than 40 hours. And then all those other guides, we're gonna be cooking subsequently all the way up until 11th. Then 11th is going to when the actual patch drops. Yeah, so that is kind of like this shit. I never played WWF in my entire life, right? Okay, and then on top of all that, right? On top of all that, I was thinking to myself, like, okay, you know what? I will just take like 4 days off. Like, I'm just not gonna stream for 4 days. And I'll just cook up everything like a Michelin chef. But alas, there's NTE's CBT. And I have to play NTE's CBT for 4 consecutive days, starting from today. So I still have to stream every single day, which is gonna be our Mr. at obligations, combined with our HSR thingies that I want to personally cook, which just goes to show like, all right, and Gilberta's coming out for Enfield, and then there's Polycorp guides. And then I have 2 more guides in the backlog, which is gonna be for like Stellar Sora's Coronis, the Coronis guide. I think we could have one for 9 in CZN. So my moral of the story is yeah, I'm just gonna jump off in game. I see you guys on the clip channel. Bye bye. Yep. That is the that is all right. There's a brand new Zenless Zone 0 patch as well. Right? Okay, gameplay wise, I legitimately think it's like it's a little bit hard to balance out. You know what I'm saying? Because okay, and to be completely fair, Zenless Zone 0 patch, I'm sure it's not gonna go anywhere, right? Wuthering Waves 3.1, I'm sure it's not gonna go anywhere, right? So even if I were to start a little bit late, it's not like it's gonna be the end of the world. All right, so we are gonna be cooking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different early access videos in the span of the next couple of days, right? So the very, very first thing that we are gonna be doing, okay, actually I should use paint, right? I should use paint. Hold up. Yo, we can get this for the clip channel, by the way. Why MrPokke is the greatest streamer of all time. The most hardworking streamer of all time. Please get me for the clip channel. Okay, so as you guys can see over here, right? I'm not sure if y'all can see, but can y'all see? Okay, y'all can see. Exceptional. All right, so if y'all can see over here, this is done. All right, boom. All right, we finished y'all. I just finished it. This is done. I finished it 2 days before. So today, after I finish up NDE, boom, we are gonna be finishing up Sparksy's guide in the next 10 hours-ish. I think that's fine. Because the thing with Sparksy, right, is actually it's really, really easy. Her guy is actually pretty straightforward because the mechanic for Sparksy is very, very simplistic. Right, the gist is that you already saw from the live stream, right? The live stream basically showed like 80% of a kid, right? You want to stack on punchlines, do as much damage as possible, squish her cheeks, right? Just squish her cheeks as frequently as possible, and then she's gonna give you a lot of punchlines, and then your aha is gonna be dealing a lot of damage. That's literally just how Sparksy works. There's not a lot of depth. You just spam the cheeks, right? Just spam cheeks, and then she's done. Yao Guang was a little bit more annoying because she is basically, the way I see her, she is like Kafka, but for elation. Alright, that's how I see Yao Guang. Because the thing with Yao Guang from receive, okay, all these are no leakers. It is just from the live stream, right? It is like she will proc a free aha instance from the ultimate. Just like how Kafka procs a free DOT from all your DOT combined and she detonate them, right? So because of this aha proc mechanic with Yao Guang, you can expect a way more I guess longevity with regards to an elation team comp as compared to, like, say, a DPS. Because at the end of the day, there's only 4 units in HR, right? Right? It's 1 is gonna be Yao Guang, and then 1 is gonna be your sustain, and then there are 2 slots left. So this could be a DPS, this could be a support. Now, if you were to go ahead and put Sparksy, there's just 1 last slot over here, and that's EMC. Now, I have no fucking idea what's EMC gonna do. Nobody knows what the hell is EMC gonna do. If EMC is a sustain, alright, if EMC actually takes up the sustain slot, then we can still keep Sparkle, or rather Sparksy, as a sub DPS. Because let's just be for real, Sparkle ain't gonna be here, right? Sparkle is only here temporarily, right? She's not gonna be here for the Elation flagship, right? So whoever this slot is gonna be, you're gonna be seeing Yao Guang, EMC, Sparksy with whatever the DPS is, right? But if EMC is not a sustain, if EMC is a support, then the only slot left is just Sparksy. And between Sparksy, even Nisia, and Silver Wolf SP, all 3 of which potentially being elation units, I don't know, right? I don't know, because that would entirely depend on what the hell is going to be EMC's role, right? So I think Yao Guang was a little bit more depth, so I gave it like a lot more thoughts. Sparky is done. All that, I have not even started. So I basically need to finish all these things after Sunday. Then after Sunday is done, I'll just be chipping away slowly for all this step by step. Ideally, I will try to aim for 2 videos a day. So by the time that the actual launch is gonna be up on Friday, we'll clear out this entire backlog. By right, I wanted to do 1 more video for Currency War. For that one, I think it would depend. Currency War is the very, because I think Currency War is more fun to play on stream than to do a guide for it, or like to do an early review. So that is basically my roadmap for this Hell Week, MrPokke's Hell Week. So if you guys love your streamer, you will smash that 1,000 gifted sub right now, right? Okay, see you guys on the clip channel. Thank you. All right, yo, thank you for getting that for the clip channel. Thank you for getting that on the clip channel. How long is Yao Guang's early access? Roughly half an hour. Not the longest guide, I would say. The longest guide I've ever done in my entire life is Cyrene. Because Cyrene was literally making a guide for like 11 units. Which is like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah, but Yao Guang is like half an hour, which it's towards the longer end, but not as long as, like, for example, like DPS. Because DPS usually is like pretty straightforward. So, what to do? Does Archer get better with Yao Guang? Yes and no. Yes, because right now the MOC environment and the Pure Vision environment and the endgame APOC Shadow environment, they all have Elation Shield wheelchair, right? So it's like Elation Shield mechanic. So as long as you run Yao Guang with like the Elation buffs, any DPS on that slot can get a little bit of benefit. But Archer got really good because Sparkle got really, really fucking good, bro. So like, okay, I tested my findings, right, with the Yao Guang deck with E1 Archer. Because let's be, bro, E1 Archer is 1 cost. Alright, so I fucking complain. I don't give a fuck, bro. E1 Archer, right? So I tested E1 Archer against E0 S1 Sparksy. They perform the same, guys. On full AI, which is crazy, no? It's like on full auto, E1 Archer cleared in 1 cycle, which is the same cycle as required for E0 S1 Sparksy, which I thought was pretty crazy. They both ran E0 S0 Sparkle, E0 S1 HPD, and E0 S1 Yao Guang. So that, yeah, it is all pretty sick. It's the brand, and on top of that, it is on the brand new MOC boss, the Sparksy Con boss, the new MOC thing. So I think Archer has a pretty bright roadmap between now to most likely 4.3.
coom, your last coom, my man.